why IBB will support Asiwaju TINUBU, spokesman. There won't be a runoff. TINUBU will defeat its opponents at the first ballot, Afebwai. Now, Prince Kasim Afebwai has been the spokesman to former military President General Ibrahim Babangida for the past 2 decades. Now, he was also the former Commissioner for Information in Edo State under Governor Adams Oshiomhole. Now, a strong political voice and media personality, Kasim Afebwai has been one of the voices agitating for political balance in the country and has since pitched his tent with Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu's aspiration. Now, in this interview with The Nation, Afebwai is of the strong view that his boss will vote for Asiwaju Tinubu anytime, any day for obvious reasons. Hello everyone, thank you for joining us once again on the channel. We'd like to say a very big welcome to you. Please do well to like, share and support our channel. Now, we appreciate your support and your cooperation so far on the channel. Thank you and God bless you. Now, into the details of today's report. Now, when asked what political party he belongs to at present after his exit from the opposition PDP, Afebwai says that presently he is partyless, but he is a strong supporter of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He says, "I made my position known publicly when I was exiting the PDP for obvious reasons. I had invested my time and energy in promoting the opposition PDP, believing that it would understand the dynamics in the country with respect to balancing the algorithms of power between the North and the South. But the desperation of its candidate, ATIKU has spoiled the entire arrangement. I do not think any sane Nigerian who understands our delicate balance would advocate for a northerner to succeed President Buhari. That would be asking for too much in a plural society with so many interests competing for attention. It was the same issue of balance that made the APC northern governors to prevail on Mr. President for power to come to the south. Those northern governors are my heroes of this political dispensation. They understand the peculiarities of a plural society like Nigeria and advise the president patriotically in order to have a stable democratic process. I may not be a party man for now, but I am a voter and I have my followers who will join me to vote for Asiwaju Tinubu." Now, asked whether his decision to support Asiwaju is born out of its own making or his boss, IBB, directed him to do so, he says, "Essentially, my politics is based on principles that I hold dear to my heart. I am not an itinerant politician who will tolerate all manner of bestialities without complaining. You know, in politics, you will be robbed. They will tell you it is all about the position of the party. I don't have stomach for such arrant nonsense." IBB, on the other hand, is father to all. He dictates our political flow and he plays the role of a father figure. He doesn't like ramming his views and thoughts down the throat of anyone. He allows you to hold an opinion and viewpoint. It is an essential attribute of his personality. I have told him in very plain terms that I am supporting Asiwaju Tinubu because from my findings, IBB was the one who brought Asiwaju into politics. I remembered in 2010 when IBB signified interest to run for president. A delegation went to Lagos to meet with Asiwaju, and there and then Asiwaju told us the story of how IBB brought him into politics in 1989 and aided him to run for Senate, which he eventually did and won. He was ready to support IBB at that time as a way of paying back the good that IBB did to him. Now, when we returned to Abuja from Lagos, we told IBB what Asiwaju said, and he was pleasantly surprised. It was then that we realized that the two of them maintained very robust interaction politically. So naturally, given such background, I should support a man who shares IBB political aspiration of one Nigeria, one destiny. Now, despite the fact that Tinubu fought the military, he was still very close to IBB. My support is a two-way traffic because I believe in the capacity of Tinubu to lead and because he means well for both IBB and the country at large. Now, when asked if he would say pointedly that IBB is supporting Asiwaju Tinubu's 2023 aspiration, he said, "He has not instructed me to issue any statement to that effect. But knowing how his mind works, IBB is already supporting Tinubu. First, he believes in political balancing that will lead to stability of the system." Now, as a Civil War hero who has been carrying wounds and shrapnel in his lung for over 50 years, he loves to see deliberate and conscious efforts at balancing political power. To that extent, he supports power shifts to the south after 8 years of Buhari. You know, IBB is a detribalized Nigerian leader whose support base spread across the country. It is difficult to pigeonhole him into any geopolitical zone. He is very much at home with every segment of the Nigerian society. He doesn't like those narratives that border on marginalization, exclusion, political imbalance, and the likes. He believes strongly that power must rotate between North and South to promote unity and stability. Now, secondly, he has many friends across political parties, and being a former chieftain of the PDP, he still has his sentiments, but he is not happy with the happenings within the party. Some persons have been dropping his name to carry out political activities by saying IBB said this and that, even when the man is not aware. He has complained about this a couple of times. Now, when Tinubu visited him in Minna, they had a great opportunity to interact and share ideas. IBB admires the courage of Asiwaju Tinubu, which according to him is what any leader requires to be able to stabilize the polity. Come any day, I do not have any iota of doubt that IBB will publicly endorse Asiwaju Tinubu at the right time. He also has friends in the PDP, but his loyalty to the country and its unity are unequivocal. Now, there have been claims in certain quarters that your boss IBB is one of the strong promoters of ATIKU Abubakar's presidency through his bosom friend Aliyu Gusau. How true is this? Afeba said there is no doubt that both names you mentioned are good friends and fellow generals, but that was in the military. Now we are in a democracy where interest differs. IBB's politics is driven by altruistic interest of what is good for the country and not what suits his friend or friends. He believes in the unity of the country, its stability and peace initiatives. To that extent, he understands that power must naturally rotate to the southern part of the country as a way of balancing the forces and factors. Now, General Gusau may have his own interest too, but IBB's interest is to see a better Nigeria. You see, some of us in the IBB political camp have our preferences from time to time, but in whatever we do, we must not lose sight of the overall interest of IBB with respect to seeing a stable progression in our democratic ladder. Well, that is it on the details of today's report. Until we come your way next time with more news happening around the country, do well to stay safe. Bye-bye.